some of you are getting to this gateway in your life where you are ready to create on the next level. You're ready to create on the next level. That you are being guided to break out of certain energies, certain stagnant, dense energies, and really like crack the doorway open. And this is Jupiter in Uranus energy. So this is you being inspired divinely, like a lightning bolt crack of like an idea or some kind of movement that's going to take you into your abundance, into more positivity, into joy, into more wisdom, into more optimism again. Because some of you, for the last few years, maybe some of the actions that you took, it left you stung in some way. The base card of this was Nettle. And we have Mars in Pluto, and then we have action. And this was giving me this impression that y'all are learning, especially this week, that some of the actions that you let happen or take over you from an unconscious space hurt you, and you were left stung. And also too, maybe as well, people crossed your boundaries, and you, instead of just giving them a sting with a nettle, you fully punch them in the face, or you fully set the bridge on fire, or you fully burnt down that entire relationship or that entire foundation. You threw a stick of dynamite and was like, you know what, fuck you. But you are in a phase now where you are tending to your stings, firstly. And secondly, even on a very minor level, as you go about listening to your intuition about when to act and how to act and when is your correct timing, you're setting yourself up in a way where you won't get stung again. And this isn't about not acting at all. Some of you this might be manifesting for some of you as you realizing that you haven't been acting at all because you're afraid to get stung. And some of you might have been realizing that the way that you act is from a place of being hurt or being stung. So you might be feeling that you have been acting unreasonably or reacting unreasonably. But the true medicine here under this is Spirit is trying to get you to surrender to your intuition. And look at this like blue lotus flower. Like this is such a healing card. And this isn't about you forcing anything. I think sometimes some of you do need to learn when to retreat. Some of you have very active energy where you want to get through certain things, or maybe even some people are coming through to you like, you need to act on this thing now. But what your spirit really wants is just this, hey, you know what? Let's take it easy. Let's just, take our time with this. What is my intuition and my healing journey really asking of me today? Because some of you think that brute forcing is what is going to get you to where you want to be, but actually it's surrendering. And it's not surrendering completely to like non-action because, and this is the thing, like when we're doing these collective readings, we talk about things that they rule all sides of the same coin. So, on one end, some of you are realizing that you've been afraid to take action and you've been going through a period of time where you don't take any action at all because you've been healing so much and you're afraid to be re-stung. And then on the other side of you, or on the other, other parts of you, even internally, some of you are experiencing the opposing dynamics in one body and as a collective as well. Some of you are at one end, some of you are at the other, and some of you might find yourself on this like scale somewhere. And that's okay. Just take what resonates for you personally. But some of you have been tending to, this sting. And then on the other side of it, some of you are realizing that when you push yourself past what your intuition tells you and advises you, you instantly get stung. The moment that you force, the moment that you push beyond what is possible for you at the time, the moment that you harden your flow, the moment that you force the flow, you get stung. And for some of you who are experiencing that very quickly in real time, the people who are experiencing the instant sting after moving against the flow, and this can look like, trying to push or push yourself in a way that is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But some of you are so fixed on the goal that you want to get to, you'll brute force past what your intuition is really trying to ask of you to do. This is I feel like for some of you, and the beautiful thing about this is like Neptune and the moon, like Neptune is such a healing sign. And it's what gets you in touch with God and with your spirituality and with your meaning and with unconditional love. And I do feel for some of you, you're moving past this programming that tells you and encourages you to brute force past this gentleness that you actually have. And for some of you, this gentleness is actually very much part of what you're going to be doing in the greater manifestation of your life. So when you're, getting that 10 of Pentacles energy of, building and having a fulfilling career and being abundant and having loving relationships around you and having enjoyment around you, a lot of this is it is a requirement of that path for you to be somewhat gentle. But again, some of you are afraid of being gentle because you think that is going to set you up in a vulnerable position where you are going to, set yourself up for pain again. And the thing is, imagine the nettle, okay? Imagine nettle as a plant, right? Like, it's just a plant. It's soft. It's not trying to grasp onto anything. It's not trying to come in anybody's way. It's not out to get anybody. But if you step past and you breach the boundaries of a nettle, you'll get stung. And now the sting doesn't kill you. It's not poisonous, but it does hurt. And it reminds you to not go there again. And some of you need to kind of understand that so the things that protected you in the past, certain boundaries and guards that you've had in the past, they're kind of outdated, and they make it so that what you want in your life kind of can't manifest because you have all of this protection around you and you have all of this suspicion around you, and really you're dropping into more gentleness. And that gentleness, I feel for some of you, you're going to be therapists, or you're going to want to be counselors, or you're going to want to be healers and guides. And I think even for some of you, you're just wanting genuine unconditional love to come in, and you're realizing that some of your prickliness and the way that you're so guarded literally kind of blocks out that energy. So you're really mastering this, how can I tune into my gentleness and surrender to my intuition and create what it is that I really want in my life, and remove and do the necessary healing work within myself to remove the blockages and the resistance to what is good for me, to what is good for you, and also have the necessary protection so that you can go into your healing, into your gentleness, and not fall back into maybe some old patterns that you have done in the past where you let maybe a more destructive or untrustworthy energy come close and near to you and near to what you love. Hope that makes sense.